Apple did announce a new entry into their iPad line of tablets today, the iPad Pro. Now, while that name is hardly original, there is something unique to its name, that it is the biggest iPad they have ever developed, boasting a 12.9-inch display. As well as this, it's also the fastest, according to Apple, and features what they call a console-class GPU, that is up to 2 times faster than previous models. And according to Apple's Phil Schiller, iPad Pro's processors will feature, quote, 360 times more graphics power than previous iPads. Now, the iPad Pro will output 5.6 million pixels, which is actually more than a 15-inch MacBook Pro with Retina display. It will have a full-size keyboard and allow for application multitasking. And according to Schiller, the iPad's larger display will make games and movies more immersive, love that word, and also have a full speaker system that will have, of course, audio for the device. As for the weight, it's about 1.5 pounds and 6.9 millimeters thick, and apparently have about up to 10 hours of battery life. Now, naturally the iPad Pro will include the typical software-based keyboard, but Apple are also going to be selling what they're calling a physical smart keyboard. And the keyboard is a fold-out cover that is, of course, connected via a magnetic connection. And anyone who's familiar with the Surface will probably find this very familiar. Now, there's another interesting addition to this particular tablet, and that's that Apple has another physical input device planned for the iPad Pro, a stylus by the name of Apple Pencil. And this will measure tilt, pressure and stroke, and naturally Apple showed off the applications of this by basically using the iPad Pro to paint, draw and sketch. So if you are a fan of your digital drawings, this could potentially be used for that as well, in cohorts of course with the Apple Pencil. Very sorry. The iPad Pencil, though, doesn't come cheap as you might expect. It's an Apple product after all and costs $99. As for when the actual iPad Pro will release, it will be coming out this November and will come in 3 colours, silver, gold and grey. And of course has a few different iterations based on the amount of storage. The cheapest option is $799, hardly cheap by any stretch of the imagination, with 32 gigs of storage, $949 for 128 gigs of storage, and $1,079 with 12 gigs of storage and cellular connectivity. So there you have it, very expensive, hardly surprising, and some people are going to be saying, well, isn't this basically the Surface 3 Pro? And yeah, without looking details into the specs, I can't say for sure, but it does seem it at first glance. Of course, don't quote me on that, but still, regardless of all that, this is me done for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Do let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below, and I'll see you next time.